for this. Okay, good. We put this on recording. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Now is the last week of June, so we are almost half a year over, June 2026. So welcome to the HiGO Zoom. So we do this like once a week, every Saturday. Thank you for coming in. So I'm going to show the slides and then go through a bit details. Today we are going to talk more deeper into the product, the science behind, the principle, the development of the human history in terms of dietary and the supplement in the last 100 years. So this product come from HiGO. So HiGO is a 1 year, 9 months company, less than 2 years. And we are international company. We are US. So the scientist is in US and then develop amazing um, reverse aging product that can able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years. So we are at the pinnacle of the life science, one of the first or the first in the world that can able to reverse aging at the such a convenient way. So without further ado, I will just go through a bit introduction of myself. I'm not a scientist. Yeah, I'm an engineer by training. Okay, so let me just see. I'm an engineer by training, and then just a second, something is lost. Okay. I'm an engineer by training. I come from Singapore. My name is To, right? To Sing Ho. You can call me To, like Toyota. And then I studied a few years. I went to UK to do an MBA degree. So I'm more of engineering businessman. And I have 20 years of management experience in a few MNCs like Hewlett Packard, and a European MNC like Philips Electronic. And in between, I was a venture capitalist, right? So I like technology. I like new business model. So when I chance into AKG, I say, wow, this is amazing. This technology is amazing. It's still technology, right? Because it's life science. Life science is very deep in technology and it has a very good business model. So today I'm going to talk a bit more about the product itself and the technology, right? So we already formulated 4 products, right? Three launched already. In the last 1.5 years, we launched three because like every 6 to 9 months, we launch a product because we need to prepare the market. Three has launched. The fourth one is still in clinical trial, which is the brain. And today I'm going to talk a bit about our flagship product, which is this no silver color or the pink color. This is called GnAKG, right? So AKG is a biological compound that able to help us to reverse aging 8 to 34 years. So a lot of people never hear about that. That's fine because we are very advanced in science. Yeah. So this is the product. So inside there's 60 tablets is for consumption for 1 month. So every day 2 tablets. Maximum we can take up to 8 tablets, but we don't recommend for high dosage. Just two will do unless you are very sick or you have certain medical conditions. Just two will do because we are in the way that is maintaining our health. We call it prevention. Prevention is better than cure, right? So just maintain our health. We take good food, take good supplement, and then we sleep well, we exercise well, we maintain a good mindset. That's the secret to longevity, secrets to youth. So the main thing about AKG is to bring out our NAD plus. Right, why is NAD plus? NAD plus is what we call coenzyme in our body. Our body has thousands of enzyme, right? Enzyme is a biological compound in our body that help us to speed up the chemical reaction. I mean, our body is all chemical reaction, right? Whatever that we eat, the meat we eat, the vegetable we eat, or the carbo that we eat, or the fats we eat, it won't become our fats and our blood and flesh. It has to break down. Then it has to be re-synthesized based on our DNA. And then in the desynthesize, when you make into what our body, make into our protein, our whatever, our all the things that we need in our body, you need enzyme as well. right? You need enzyme so that it speed up the chemical reaction. So coenzyme is part of the enzyme. We have like hundreds of coenzyme in the body. So NAD plus is a coenzyme, right? So, and this coenzyme cannot be consumed from outside because it's a large molecule. So it can only be synthesized inside our body as well. So, but NAD plus is very, very important. It's the most important coenzyme in our body. Among all the hundreds of coenzymes, it's the most important, right? Because it involved in major production of all the things that we need. And it also involved into like repair of DNA. Our body in the cells has 30,000 DNA. The DNA is very complex. And sometimes, I know our cell duplicates, right? When during duplication, the 30,000, sometimes you might miss a bit of information here and there, can be repaired. Of course, you miss totally, then gone. But you miss a bit, you can be repaired, like touch up, right? So Na plus can touch up the DNA, repair DNA, which is very important. Otherwise, the DNA, either the cell die or the cell mutated. That's worse. Mutated is worse. So it repair DNA. The second very important thing, in fact, it's a very, very important, is it give us energy. Because inside the cell, how we produce energy in our body, our energy in our body is called ATP. ATP is the currency of our energy, just like money, right? Money. If you are in US, you use US dollars, Singapore use Singapore dollars, Philippines use peso or whatever, right? Money. So the money in our body is ATP. No money, no talk. No money, no work. Yeah. So we need ATP in our body to do many things, all the things. Otherwise, the cell don't work, and you need energy to give you strength also, right? Your energy to produce all the things that you need. So NAD plus boosts up AKG. Okay, so this is a two most important thing that you need to know NAD plus. But of course, NAD plus involved in many other things, enhance metabolism, enhance immune system, right? But if you can increase the energy only, that is enough already. Just like if I give you a lot of money, give you millions of dollars, the rest is okay, can solve 99% of the problem, right? Cool. Yeah. So Na plus increase and ATP. So, but NAD plus, the characteristic is like that we are designed to be this way. When we are born, we have very high concentration of Na plus, like 100%. So that's why when a children is born, a baby is born, you can see that they are full of life, right? So that's why we call Na plus is the youth flame of life. Without Na plus, we died in 30 seconds. So which one more important? Air more important, money more important, or Na plus more important? Na plus more important. Without Na plus, we died in 30 seconds. So when we're born, the Na plus is very high in our body, in the cells. And so we are very youthful. No, we can produce all the collagens. That's why the children has very hard, the bouncy, right? You like the kiss on the cheeks, right? And the baby, no wrinkle, no white hair, lots of energy. They have tired already, sleep 2 hours. Now they will produce a lot of ATP, and then they back and then full force. Cool. That's why you need a few adults to take care of one children. So, but Na plus drops every 20 years. Yeah, it drops. The rate it drops at 20 years old, we become 50%. At 40 years old, we become 25%. At 60 years old, become 12.5%. Yeah, I always tell people I admit I'm 59 now. So then you see, I'm 59, my Na plus is like 12.5%, right? It drops. So that's why I start to have wrinkle. Then I start to have maybe have to watch my diet. I cannot take too much sugar or rice, right? Control the sugar level because my insurance drop, right? If I eat same amount of rice, same amount of sugar, candies, then I might go into high blood sugar, high diabetes, right? Then start to feel lethargic because the no Na plus drop, ATP drop, then you got not much energy, start to have some white hair, things like that. So, but after we consume this AKG, right, consume for a period, a dose like 7 months, that's a study, 7 months, it increased by 13%. So let's say I'm 60 years old, I left this Na plus 12.5%, right? If I finish one dose, let's say 7 months, I finish, I become 12.5% to like 25.5%, 25%. Then my Na plus is back to my 40 years old level. Then my collagen will come back. That's why nowadays I look much better, at least 5 to 10 years younger, right? More radiant. Why? Because it increased the immune system, increased the autophagy, it clean up the face, and then give me more energy, blood sugar, cholesterol drop, insulin drop. So with AKG, we can reverse medical condition for 128 medical conditions, not because we targeted at certain thing, not because we targeted at beauty, not because it's targeted at insurance, not because it's targeted at whatever cancer cell, because once you increase Na plus, you solve 99% of the problem of your body, right? Just like I said, because Na plus will give us ATP. ATP is the money in our body. Money, right? Cool. If I give you millions of dollars, will you solve 99% of your problem? Maybe 1% cannot be solved, but most of the problem can be solved. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So that is the reason. So Na plus is so important. There's some noise can admin or someone help, right? So Na plus, I think there's some noise. Let me check out how do we solve that. I think Ben or Boss. Boss, I saw Boss. Boss, I also give you the co-host. Okay. Yeah, just help a bit. Okay, so no more noise is good. And NAD plus was discovered since 1904, like means 120 years ago by many scientists, and most of or some of them already gotten Nobel Prize. That means it's a major discovery. They know the interaction or the importance with the various function of body, but there's nobody that can increase the Na plus in our body through consumption. Through consumption, yeah. Right. Of course, if you through injection, you can. That's why when in hospital, you might see that some doctors or some hospital they inject Na plus into the body. Let's say if you have accident, suddenly you have accident, no, you need a lot of help, right? Then they inject directly. That is the fastest. And yeah, if you have some rotten skin, they inject also, yeah. But of course, naturally, you don't want to inject because injection you create another problem. Injection, you create a reliance. Yeah, if you inject too much, then your body don't produce anymore. Then you always have to inject, which is unless you always want to inject until you die. Okay, so of course the injection also got some other complications. So by oral through our normal body, which is better. So only until about 10 to 15 years ago, the scientists studied and they found by consuming NMM. Yeah, NMM is very famous, very popular because NMM is the first time in history, marked the history that we can reverse aging. Human has always wanted to reverse aging since whatever the China Qing Huang or all the emperors or all the rich and famous people, right? They always want to reverse aging. I mean, if you are like 60, 70 or whatever age, you have enough money. What do you want? You want youth, right? You want energy, right? You want youth, you want to reverse aging so that you can live longer, right? So then only until this very famous doctor is a very famous doctor in the world. He's still very, very famous. It's called David Sinclair. You can Google him. You can find him in YouTube. You just go to Google, ChatGPT, you find yeah many of his things. He's 50 plus, but he looks like 30 plus because he's consuming NMM for 10 over years. Yeah. So by consuming NMM, you can reverse aging also because it increase NA plus. Yeah, right. So then, yeah, he is recognized as one of the top 100 most influential people in the world. There are not too many people to be recognized as top 100 most influential, right? Of course, Elon Musk, yeah, one of them. Donald Trump could be one of them. Yeah, not many people. So he's one of the top most influential. So he's a professor from Harvard University. They have a longevity research, medical research department. He chairs that department. So, but over time, after 10 years, after NMM, they continue to study many things, right? So they find that AKG, which is one generation after NMM, can increase the Na plus even much better through a different path. Their ways is different. Let's say you want to go to Malaysia, you can take a bus, you can take a train, or you can take a plane, right? Of course, take a plane is the fastest. If I go to KL, I take a plane 1 hour. If I take a bus, maybe 5 hours. So NMM can increase Na plus reverse aging up to 6.5 years, right? After 7 months of consumption. But NAKG can reverse aging 8 to 34 years. Of course, it's like 5 times more than NMM. So AKG better or NMM better? Of course, AKG better, right? 5 times more. Of course, you take a plane to KL, it's faster, or you take a bus to KL. Cool, right? So if I have a plane to KL and the price is cheaper than the bus, why not? So now we have AKG, which is much cheaper than NMM. When NMM launch was like a few hundred US dollar, right? Because it's just different, yeah. So, and this AKG can be 5 times faster than NMM. Cool. And then it also impact directly to one of our very important in our genes is called sirtuin protein. Sirtuin protein is, oops, I think the internet, no, let me check the internet. The sirtuin protein is our one we call longevity genes, yeah. So it is because when we are young, these genes is open up fully. Okay. I just need to change my internet because a bit weak. Give me just a second and just change. Okay. All right. Done. Okay, so when we are young, the sirtuin 1 to 7 is open up fully, and after our puberty age, this set of genes went dormant. We are programmed that way, yeah. Went dormant because NAD plus drop, right? This thing also went dormant. That's why we start to age. That's why you see, when you're young, you don't really need supplements. So you just take normal food, yeah, sleep enough, exercise, yeah. When you're 20 plus, then you might start to need a little bit of supplements, ABC or whatever. Yeah, so because sirtuin 1 to 7 went dormant, they call it sleeping genes. Then when we take AKG, it activates back. Wake up, hey, wake up. No, let's do some work. Okay? All the thing fire up. So that's why we reverse some of the medical conditions, bone pain, then become no problem, right? No energy become a lot of energy, right? And many of the area, including the heart, because between 1 to 7, there is about 7 major cells. So that is a basic principle. And so in terms of the evolution of nutrients, this is 100 years. I like this chart because I like trend, yeah. So we type up this chart. So the first generation is very basic because long time ago, like 120, 150 years ago, before the First World War, human has basically malnutrition, right? Not enough food. A lot of people go into famine. Then maybe some people need some protein, right? Because you need protein. You don't have protein, you cannot build your muscles like bricks. You don't have proteins, your house will break down. So we take protein powder. Yeah, that's already very important. But after a while, we got enough food, we got enough rice to eat, enough meat to eat. But then the scientists noticed, hey, what we short is micronutrients. That means vitamins, yeah, and some of the minerals like calcium, potassium, magnesium, yeah. So then we have some supplements. But nowadays we got so much food, we are overeat. The problem now is not undernutrition, it's overnutrition. Then some of our organs start to have problem. We have fatty liver, we have kidney work too much because we eat too many things, right? And we got this problem, stress problem, that problem. Then we have supplements that's formulated. That means a few things combined, right, to cure the liver, treat liver, fatty liver, or kidney problem, or knee problem, or many problems in our body. So they combine. Of course, in between, there'll be good products like stem cells, right? Stem cell basically is to replace some of our cells. Also like SOD peptides. There are many peptides. Peptides is the you break down the protein down into the basic level is like amino acid and peptides. Yeah, peptides. And these are good. These are good.
Yeah.
But nowadays, we are into life science. So that's why about 10,
Is it
15 years ago when NMM came out, it shocked the world. Hey, this is the first time we can reverse aging because no matter how much peptide you take or how much stem cells you take, you cannot reverse aging. Yeah, you can only maintain anti-aging, maintain. You don't go down further, but you maintain. Let's say you're 50 years old, you take that, nah? Yeah, maintain you at 50 years old, maintain you at 50 years old. After 2 3 years you still looks at 50. But NMM, if you take at 50 years old, you take for half a year to 1 year, maybe you looks at 48, maybe you looks at 47. It reverse aging because just like I mentioned, right, the NAD plus, when you have NAD plus, it can reverse aging. Cool. And then after 10 years after NMM, we found that AKG even better. It can reverse much faster. It's just like you have a car, then you have a aeroplane. Much cheaper, much better. Cool. Just like handphone. 20 years ago, we used to use Nokia, right? Wow, everybody very happy, right? Very happy with Nokia 20 years ago. Then later on, when the smartphone come out, of course, we use smartphone. Now we got 4G, 5G. So now with 5G already, smartphone, someone got AI inside. Do you want to go back to use Nokia? Nokia, yeah, to call can, but then no, 90% of function cannot really. Cool. So same thing for AKG. If you have AKG, why do we want to go back to like NMM? Why do we want to go back to stem cells, right? Of course, AKG, the scientists also study and found that no side effect. That's why after AKG, when we launch in the market after 1.5 years, almost 2 years, millions of users have used it. We didn't see side effect. If you go in Google and think AKG has no known side effect because it's only 5 years. AKG only found like 5 years total AKG. Productized only about 2 years. So no known side effect means no side effect. If there is side effect, millions of people take it already tell you, oh, I got headache, I got this problem, that problem. Cool. So we also went in and test for all the dosage. Yeah, there is no overdose. Yeah. So and then we have millions of testimony, thousands of praise testimony. Okay. So does have other company have AKG? Of course. Of course. Just like other company, can they make the aeroplane? Can. There are many aeroplane, but then Boeing and Airbus is the best in the world, right? Because some China is coming out. So we have the one of the best AKG in the world because I have not heard or I have not seen any other AKG is as close as us. If there are other AKG product is as close, of course we have heard about it. We say our plane flies so fast, our plane is at this cost, but then no value for money. Other company, they maybe sell 2 3 times the price and then the result lower. The aeroplane more expensive than us, but the effect is lower than us. Cool. Yeah, not because that we are in the AKG, we are in HiGO, we talk about this product is good, but that's the fact. If you have any product that is close to us or good, let us know, right? Why we are so good? Not because only about AKG. Of course, the quality of AKG is important. Just like you want to build a plane, you need to engine, right? The engine is important. The Rolls-Royce make a very good engine, right? So the AKG is important because AKG mainly to increase Na plus, increase our energy, right? That is a key thing. But how you make use of the engine, the engine has to be efficient. We have 18 ingredients inside. I only list out 5 because most people cannot remember all the 18. You can take a look at the bottles, now you can see all the ingredients, yeah. But we don't need to be rocket scientists, we don't need to be engineer. We just need to know, hey, this plane is good, cheap, not very expensive. I mean, not cheap lah. I mean, this product is 135, not very cheap, but not very expensive, but very good quality. Cool, right? Then we don't have to take other supplements already. So we don't have to even go massage. After I take AKG, I didn't even go massage because last time I used to have back pain, physiotherapy, things like that. Every month I have to go to at least maybe 2 to 3 times. I save the time, I save the money, right? And then your face so much better. You don't lesser what do you say? Facial. Cool. Yeah. So in a way it's cheap. And then I used to take like at least maybe $100 worth of supplement every month. Now those supplement I can just put one side. I just need AKG, yeah. So GnAKG. And why are we so good? So I have to explain and educate some of you. We are so good not only because of AKG. Yeah, AKG is calcium based, of course, good. Our dosage is high. Most other AKG in the market is, two tablets is not 1,002 milligram, maybe about 800 milligram. Yeah, so ours is 1,002. So how much can we consume? We can consume up to 5,000 milligram or 5 gram a day. If you consume more than that, no effect. So don't waste your money. Yeah. So just two, right? Just two tablets, 1,002 milligram, morning one, night one, empty stomach. Why empty stomach? Because most medicine you have to eat with food because you have reflux problem. Yeah, you take without food, right? Because it's very acidic, and then your inter your this what stomach is acidic 1 to 3. Then you take some more acidic, it reflux very, very uncomfortable, right? So we don't have this problem because we wrap in a polymer, and the polymer is called enteric coating technology. Just like Panadol. Panadol also enteric coating technology. You can take Panadol anytime. Don't need to be empty stomach. And then you don't pause your Panadol because the active ingredient will be spoiled by the stomach acid. So it's meant to protect, and then you take it straight away, it go into your intestine and absorbed by your intestine within 30 minutes, straight away through. If you go and pounce it, it still dissolve there, and it might take 2 hours to reach to the intestine, and then also the gastric acid will dissolve all the ingredients. Yeah. So same thing for us. We are AKG is a relatively large compound with many very good ingredients. We wrap it in a capsule. That's why our capsule is hard. It's not plastic, huh? It's not plastic, but it's hard. So when you go into our intestine, the pH level is 1 to 3. It doesn't dissolve, right? But it went through down. So it doesn't even, it went through down fast. Straight away go to intestine, and intestine is pH level 5 to 6.5. Yeah, only at 5 to 6.5, then it dissolves. So somehow the polymers, is special technology. Very acidic, don't dissolve. At right pH level, then dissolve. Amazing, right? If you put your chicken meat or your vegetables or your rice into your stomach, everything also dissolve, bone also dissolve. Yeah, because there's very strong acid. Cool. So this is called enteric coating technology. I mean, it's not rocket science, but some medicines or some supplements use this. And then the other thing is that we have probiotics. We have got guts absorption probiotics. So it clean up our guts. That's why, well, some people just go to pharmacies and buy probiotic by itself. So we have probiotic inside. So why? To help us to clear off all the dirty things, to clean up our guts and our intestine, then we can absorb better. Otherwise, the absorption is not so good, right? So also we have antioxidants, we have many vitamins A, B, K, and we have very good fruits called phyrosobin. The best fruit in the world. You go and Google what is the best, most nutritious fruit in the world. Not in terms of taste, in terms of nutrition. Berry, very, very small, but very, very expensive. Okay. And also we have fistin. Fistin is like curcumin, or we call tunic, or kuning, or yellow ginger, right? A lot of people, when they cook curry or they do certain food, they put a lot of tunic, a lot of curcumin, which is very good. Yeah. Antioxidants, anti-inflammation. So when we have this, we go into our body. So you see, AKG, we put in a very good coating, enteric coating, go into guts and absorb, right? And it go into our trillions of cells. Our body has about 30 trillions of cells. Trillions, a lot, a lot. So, and then the cells have to be in a very good conditions to absorb, right? So we put in a lot of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin K, to reduce all the free radicals. And then some of the cells are inflammation. A lot of times during the modern days, especially we take so many drugs or so many good food, the cells, a lot of inflammation. Inflammation problem leads to a lot of chronic diseases. So we use phyrosobin and fistin to reduce the inflammation. Then the cell can absorb AKG better. Then once you absorb AKG, let's say you can absorb 80-90% of AKG, then your Na plus will go up. If you only absorb 10 to 20%, then it's not effective, right? That's why our product is so effective. It's not only because the AKG is good, right? Of course, the quality, but the deliver mechanism is good. Let's say I give you a Boeing engine. You have a Boeing engine, but then your gear somehow, no, you cannot make into the efficiency. You lose 50% of the power. Cool, right? So not that every company that have AKG they can do as good as HiGO. This is formulated by the scientists. And also, when you combine the product together, they have what you call synergistic effect, synergistic or resonance. Yeah, that means you have a AKG, you combine with ferrosobin, somehow is very good for certain thing. Then combine this with certain thing, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin K, somehow is very good, right? So we do know that in our body, sometimes we do need certain things in order to make the absorption better, certain things to make it effective. Yeah. So we have 18 ingredients combined. Yeah. Of course, this thing we leave it to the scientists, just like an aeroplane. We leave it to the aeronautical engineers. We know that the engine combined with the aerodynamics, combined with the whatever electrical systems, it is very efficient. We don't need to be aerodynamic engineers. We don't need to be a rocket scientist. We don't need to be a doctor. We don't need to be a scientist. What we need to know that this thing works, yeah, and how this thing works. Yeah, we see the testimony. Of course, we need to know that this thing is safe. Firstly, this one sounds right. So we have used it for so long. We know it's safe. We know it sounds right, and is one of the best, if not the best. We don't see any other comparison in the market. Yeah. So I hope that you understand why AKG is better than NMM, is better than stem cell or peptide. I mean stem cell and peptide, just like I mentioned, we have 30 trillion cells in our body. How many cells can you replace by stem cell? We cannot replace like 10% of our cells, right? Maybe 1%, certain area you might be able to. It's also good. I mean, certain area, 1% of the cells, so some problems, and you go and replace that. You got knee pain, you take stem cell, it's also good. But you cannot replace all the cells. And then you cannot take too many stem cells also. You take too many stem cells, your kidney and your liver will have big problem as well, right? Cool. So the stem cells or the peptides approach or the supplement approach is just a replacement. Replacement. That's why it's called supplement. We are not replacement. We are called we are called these nutraceutical. We are taking food, good food in our body, let the body do the work. We are not replacing, yeah. We are not replacing. We are taking good food, right, and let the body do the work. Then we can affect 30 trillions of cells. You will replace, how much can you replace? So from that approach. So it's like a car versus a plane, right? Those old technology could be car, no? Maybe 200 years ago, there's no car. Then there's plane, right? When the plane comes, of course, you want to go to a certain area. You cannot just take car, right? I mean, you want to go to certain place that's so far away. You have to take plane. You take 10 hours of plane. You take car, you take you 3 months to reach. Cool, right? So this one, you want to reverse aging, you take this a few months, you can reverse easily 5 to 10 years. Yeah, of course, NMN is also good, but NMN you need to take, wow, very long, a few years. Maybe can can reverse aging a bit, little bit. Cool. We're not saying the rest no good. It's just that this is much better. We're not saying car no good, but plane is better. Cool. I hope that I give you a perspective. We're not saying other company don't have plane. They also have AKG. They also can buy the engine from Boeing and make a plane. But then if from Rolls-Royce, huh? But then if you're not Boeing, then you buy a Rolls-Royce engine from Rolls-Royce, and then you cannot know the whole structure, the everything, then it just couldn't fly. Cool. I hope that this gives you some perspective. And of course, theory is theory. People always want to say, you say theory, are you pulling a fast one, right? Then we show people the testimony, right? We got thousands of testimonies. So I'm just going to show you some testimony, right? Just some thousands of them. We are always very happy to see some testimony because it helps a lot of people. I don't know why this file is not pulling up again. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. This file cannot read it. I have to use another file. Okay. I show you the testimony here. Maybe just show a few. Yeah, we got thousands of testimony. There's some website you can see thousands. I mean, there are people not very impressed with testimony, but there are thousands. So the things that cannot be fake. A lot of people say is a testimony fake. Well, some of the pictures maybe they use a beauty cam, maybe I don't know. Some of them I don't know, but there are thousands, hundreds of them I know personally. This is my no beauty cam because I don't need to have beauty cam. You can see my face from here, right? Every time it's nicer, cool, more radiant, lifted, smoother, right? My hair also grow a bit more because the energy level, yeah, the whole mood, yeah, I mean the mood, the energy level, I can't show you, but my face I can show you, right? You can see there is at least 5 years younger, have or not? Those people that have seen me recently say, oh, okay, you look much better. At least I can tell there is a difference, yeah? I've taken supplement for the last 30 years. There's no supplement you can see from your face, right? No supplement. If there's supplement from a sea of a face, please tell me. Unless there's MMM you take for 1-2 years, maybe we can see some difference. Yeah, no other supplements because the first time in reversing aging is in NMM, and we are much better than NMM. Yeah. So, and then you can see from the side, yeah, okay. And then, of course, those older people, their Na plus dropped to like very low, already, 80 years old, only left like 5-6%. So after he take one bottle, maybe increase to 8-10%. Yeah, you can see significant difference there. Cool. Because we say that after taking 7 months, you can increase 13%. That is a clinical trial. If we take 7 months already, then 5% to 18%. Yeah, of course, much better, right? This is just 1 month. And this is also 1 month because it's 95. I think his NA plus maybe only left like 2-3%, almost like no more, almost want to die already. Cannot walk properly already. Yeah. So this Mr. Chen father cannot walk properly, cannot talk very clearly, NA plus super low, no energy. The body cannot produce many of the things that they need. And then after one bottle, you see, at least 5 to 10 years younger, right? One bottle only. Amazing. It's like I mean, you take medicine also cannot reverse aging in this way, right? And we are not medicine, we are natural. All our ingredients are natural. All our ingredients is through plants. It's just that you combine 18 ingredients, make it synergist to be maximum effect, yeah? So, and now he can walk and go out of the house. Previously, he cannot walk and go out of the house, and then he can talk properly. Yeah, much better life, right? I mean, most people when sure got some problem, knee problem, pain or muscles pain or many problems, right? So this is Mr. Wei. Yeah, Mr. Wei 2 years ago was like construction worker, right? Yeah. Now, even better. I just saw him 2 days ago in Malaysia. Oh, even better now. He is better looking than the Mr. Wei that I saw 1 year ago. This is 1 year ago. This is the Mr. Wei 1 year ago. 所有的国家都属于是什么？Yeah. So this is after 1 year he consumed. Now second year already better. But then Mr. Wei, amazing. He's 47 years old. He really put in focus and concentrate. Within 3 months, he bring in a lot of sales. He reached a maximum earning commission of $100,000 per week, right? So our commission plan allows people to earn up to $100,000 per week, and he achieved that in 3 months. And we already get 9 people earning 100K per week. Yeah. So 9 of them already, right? So we already have like over a million registration, over few 100,000 very active repeat sales customer, and 50 diamonds. Diamonds meaning 500 diamonds, 500 plus. Diamonds meaning it earning $3,000 to $5,000 US dollar per week, and then growing. So that's why just I was saying we're going to Macau new office, our number 6 office in August, yeah, with about 500 diamonds. Yeah. Okay, so this old man is like saving life. Yeah, not only reverse aging, beauty, not only reduce pain, but life and death. So he was he was 88 years old last year. He suffered from shingles. Shingles is like a kind of virus in your body, it shows like a skin problem. Actually, it's a virus. So if you don't cure the shingles, it might be fatal. And the shingles went into the nerves, and he was in pain for the last 5 years. That's why you see on his right side, his whole hand. Actually, the shingles infection is on his right arm. And he was suffering in pain in the last 5 years, so much so that when he wear clothes, he also feel the pain. Yeah? When the wind blow on him strong, he also feel the pain. That's why most of the time he doesn't wear clothes. And he was hospitalized last year in June. The vital sign was low. Then the doctor basically tell the family, hey, this time you have to be mentally prepared. No, he's I think cannot make it ready. So the family also accepted it because this old man has been suffering for the last 5 years, right? 88, it's really well lived. So in life, 88 is really well lived. So just don't suffer too much. And this time he is on tube, cannot walk, cannot talk, cannot pass motion. So the family accepted it and bring him home. And the hospital has to release a paper, ask them to sign indemnity form, say that no, the hospital no more reliability. So they bring him home, no more medical treatment. And then they chance into AKG. And after that, they called Joe from Vietnam. This man is in Malaysia. So they also not very sure whether can eat, cannot eat, or can help, cannot help. So called Joe. So Mr. Joe, this Mr. Joe in bald head. So Mr. Joe basically uh, tell the old man family, yeah, old man cannot talk. It's old man family that hey, I mean, this is a latest things. Is AKG can bring up your Na plus and reverse aging, can help in many of the medical conditions, but we cannot guarantee that this one will save his life. Definitely will help. Definitely will breathe energy. Definitely will release a lot of pain. But whether it can save life, we cannot guarantee. But luckily, lo and behold, they say okay, anyway, he is almost dying. I mean, medicine doesn't save him, right? For 5 years already, so might as well try. So he tried, and then within a month, he can start to move. This is November. So in November, I go and visit him as well. So when we saw him, we are very happy. So I'm going to visit him again in 1 month's time. Next month, I'm going to visit him again. Yeah. So because we are going up to the north part, so we're very, very happy, very glad. I mean, through also part of our good deeds, we through indirectly we help many people in the world. And this man is stroke patient for 9 years in Vietnam. So he need to use a clutch to walk. After KG 2 bottles, he can walk without clutch. Yeah, without clutch. Right. So just like I mentioned to you, right, the ATP in our body, because the AKG will bring out Na plus will bring out ATP, right? ATP is the money or the energy in our body. You don't pay enough money, the body also don't work, right? You need money. Right? You need money. Of course, you need to have food, you need to have this a bit of carbo, right? Sugar to convert into ATP, but it cannot be too much sugar as well, right? But if you take a lot of sugar, take a lot of carbo, but don't have Na plus, it cannot convert also. Cool. So this is 14. Yeah. This is Cephiro. Cyphero, within 2 weeks, you can see the face lifted, the face become pinky. Yeah. Why? Because when you take AKG, it bring up NAD, it also bring up your immune system, your autophagy. Yeah, autophagy will clean up all the dead cells or the mutated cell in our body. That's why you want your face to be red, not because it's nice looking red, but then it's healthy. Because if your face is down, means that a lot of dead cells, a lot of mutated cells, a lot of zombie cells, we call nascent cells, is very bad because they release a lot of toxic, release a lot of inflammation, and your body will have a lot of problem. And the worst thing is that if the cell mutated, when you don't go and eat them out, destroy them, one mutated cell, after 8 years of duplication, they will become a cancer terminal 4, I mean stage 4. So when Saviro take it, after 2 weeks, his face pinky. Then his friend saw him on WhatsApp call, right? And hey, pinky, pinky, good. Right, same thing for Fatin and many people. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, this Indian lady, she is acne problem. I mean, quite common, right? But hers is serious. Hers is 20 years of acne problem. Medication, supplements, equipments also cannot. So after taking AKG for 3 months, you see the face? Yeah, a lot of difference, right? Cool. And then this India, after 1 week, you can see the difference because India, the environment quite tough, very hot, a lot of lines, wrinkles. Some of the India people, 40 years old, you look like 50 to us, yeah, because hot. Same thing for Vietnam. Also a lot of pollution, air pollution, water pollution, yeah. So AKG will help people, especially in polluted places. This is reduce the weight and things like that. Cool. Yeah. And then this is to yeah make nicer. So all the people take AKG, our HiGO product already, just a few months, sometimes 2 3 months, sometimes a few months, their face is more lifted, right, more pinky because autophagy, right? Pinky means good health, not only from the face. I mean, if you reverse aging, not only your face is good, but your organs, everything in your body also get younger, get reverse medical conditions. So that's why we reverse 128 medical conditions. I can sit down here whole day. Just now I'm trying to open the other file, cannot open them. Diabetics problem, high blood pressure problem, cholesterol problem, triglyceride problem, and many other problems to eczema, right? Cirrhosis, skin problem to Parkinson, dementia, to whatever, kidney failure, heart problem, lung problem, liver problem, cancer, many cancers that we have seen get cured, and lupus. But having said that, I need to make a declaration. We are not medicine. We cannot go out and say, hey, this one have saved one cancer patient. This one you must take, you are cancer patient, you must take. We are not medication, yeah? Our purpose is to take in the 18 ingredient and bring up our Na plus, right? The 80 ingredient will do the antioxidants, anti-inflammation, and reverse aging. Yeah. So, and you see this lady, 60 years old, yeah, round, 60 years old, round, fat, got wrinkle, and then now beautiful. How much money do you want to pay for this? A lot of people go for Botox, go for surgery, go through all the pain and nowadays, if you go through surgery, who can guarantee there's no side effect, right? Who can guarantee that 20 years later, you don't have this like this collapse problem or rotten face, yeah? So, but this is supplements and this is nutraceutical. So we take naturally, right? It got little bit effect to a lot of effect to us, which is good, and there's no side effect. Cool. Yeah, so there's thousands of such testimony. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording here. I think this recording maybe 30, 40 minutes or so, I think, but I have gone through the details of why this is such an amazing product. This is a breakthrough in life science, right? We are pinnacle of the life science. Of course, our scientists will continue to develop many other things. We already hear some prelude from the scientists. We are some of the top scientists in the world. And lately, there's one scientist from University of Texas. He is an expert 20 years into mitochondria, yeah, into the cell. Mitochondria, we have a few thousand mitochondria in the cell. That's where they produce the ATP. So he managed to break the code and to know why mitochondria died or reduced in function. With adding some coenzyme, they able to activate the mitochondria. When mitochondria go up to work, it just like give our body a lot of money, and then all our body works, all our cells work. We have 30 trillion cells. You need to give a lot of money, right, to all these 30 trillion. Cool. So, and then we also explain to you about the whole evolutions of the nutraceutical supplements. So we are beyond supplementation, we are nutraceutical, yeah. So just like last time, there will be bicycle, then motorbike, then car, right? Then maybe train, and maybe plane, right? So we are at that level. So maybe next time we have rockets, yeah. So and then this thing is new but has helped many people. You can go and Google ATP, right, and Google HiGO. So very, very good category. And so far, there's no side effects. After 5 years, there's no side effect. I don't think there is any side effect. If after 5 years, no side effect means no side effect. But of course, the scientists cannot say, hey, 5 years, I can say no side effect. They can only say no known side effect. Yeah. So, and then we have so many people benefiting from it, from a bit younger to more energy, to solving some of the minor chronic diseases, to some illnesses, to critical conditions and life and threatening. Amazing, right? And then with this, we able to market it to the world. And then we only in 6 countries. We hope to go to 60 countries or hundreds of countries in 5 years. And then we have people that making 9 people making 100K per week. And then we already have 500 people making $3,000 to $5,000 per week, and then and growing. Yeah. So hope that if you've seen this YouTube, go and check out more information. Go to the person who invited you or send you this information. Go and check it out. See what is this amazing product. Not only useful for yourself, but also useful for your families. Right? Maybe you got some ages parent or younger children, and also it's a golden opportunity to leverage on it and just market it around the world through this amazing e-commerce platform. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording here, and then later on, if you have some questions, we can go through.